Good morning. It's Wednesday, it's September 25th, and I guess I'm not doing a good job of staying up with these videos that I had intended to continue to post. However, spent 10 days on pilgrimage in Italy last week before last. And as I did when we went to the Holy Land last week, I did a journal. And I thought that perhaps I might share some of the trip with you. I will post on Facebook maybe some pictures, different things along the way. I posted a picture of my daughter and I in front of St. Peter's Basilica in the early morning, and that's on Facebook. I'll just very quickly give you an advance to the last day, which was the day we went to the papal audience. We got there at 7 a.m. and got in line, and we got to see the papal audience. The night before, we actually walked through the square and were able to take that picture, which is really pretty because it's kind of a night picture. But anyway, we left New Orleans on Monday morning the 9th at around 10 o'clock, heading for New Jersey, where we caught a plane to Milan. It's kind of funny when you prepare and you try to learn some language, you realize that some of the Italian, they kind of add a vowel at the end, like Milan is Milano. It's just funny. But anyway, the trip was somewhat uneventful. The flight, whenever you go on these long flights, they feed you across the ocean and different things, and you get a chance to stand up and walk around so you're not cramped in your seat, and worried about the blood flow in your legs. They kind of take care of some of that stuff for you. But Milan was awesome. I did not realize the magnificence of the city, as it is a hub for fashion and people of the world that come to Milan. Very people you've heard about, stars, actors, rich people. They were talking about people that have villas around Milan that are, actors and actresses and stuff. But when we got there, we went to the Storza Castle in Milan, which was very interesting. It's an old castle. We walked through it. It just tells you about the history, the longevity, the way some of these buildings survived for centuries. Just unbelievable beginning to the reality that we were in a different place. The United States is a couple 250 years old maybe, and these buildings are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. We went to the shopping district in Milan, which was high end. Gucci and all that kind of stuff. And there is a magnificent crystal dome over the street where all these shops are. It's just incredible. A magnet for the worldly people that want to go to Milan to shop. We then went to the Duomo in Milan, which is a church that took 700 years to build. Think about that. 700 years to build this church. The church is so big that it can hold 75,000 people standing up in it. They had a solar calendar on the floor where they had a pin light that came through the roof, and it hit it, and every day at the same time it projected. They explained the value of that as to keeping the calendar intact. The art was incredible. The stained glass windows were incredible. We actually went, there's a beautiful painting of Mary holding Jesus, and we lit candles for my grandkids. My daughter was with me. My daughter Alicia traveled with me, and she lit candles for her babies. And the interesting thing about this church is that this is in Milan, where Ambrose was the bishop, and Ambrose is the bishop that assisted Augustine's mother in the conversion of St. Augustine. And Ambrose baptized Augustine, and there was actually an archaeological site under the front of the church where the baptistry is. We did not go in there, but Father Eric got to very quickly grab a ticket and run down there. We didn't have enough time for everybody to go down there, but he wanted to actually experience that, and he did. We then went to the actual Basilica of St. Ambrose, and there we had our first Mass of the trip, which was the precursor of many Masses to come. All in all, what I'd like to say about going to Italy is this. The art focus in Italy is fabulous. So much history is focused around the artistic products, and products isn't the right word, but you know, like statues and paintings and frescoes and things like that, that are just everywhere. And every church you went to is basically more impressive than the last, and some of them have more history than the last. Milan was a very good way to start the trip, because it showed the difference between what we experience here in the United States and what is European cosmopolitan life. You know, we were going to get to the holy sites along the pilgrimage, but to see the difference between, let's say, for example, you know, Atlanta or Houston, some of the things that we experience because of where we are in Louisiana, and compare that, even New York maybe, to Milan, where the rich and famous go. You know, it was incredible. It was really incredible. All in all, what I would say is that the difference between the Holy Land and going to Italy was the Holy Land were archaeological places, you know, where Jesus lived, and they were set up for buses to be able to get to these places pretty much, whereas you have ongoing cities in Italy that are still operating as cities, and the streets are narrower, the hustle and bustle is there, and it was more difficult for the buses to get there, so we walked a lot more on this pilgrimage. All in all, I wanted to just share that I'm going to be sharing some very significant church things as we experience them in a series of videos that I intend to post. I'd like to be a little bit more proactive in doing videos and sharing things that are ongoing with you. We've had a lot of changes here at the church office with the new pastor and stuff, and it's been a little bit difficult for me to I moved offices. You could probably tell that I used to have an office down the hall. That's now being transformed into a chapel, and I took over this office, which is a little bit different. So I'll be originating my videos primarily from here. So with that, if you would maybe like the video, maybe subscribe to my channel, you get notified when I do videos, and I'll be a little bit more faithful in doing videos in the future. Till next time, God bless everybody. Have a wonderful day.